Then the other one. The other son. Yeah, the other one. Okay, no problem. Go be. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Why come big this morning like that?
Why am I?
Why come big like that?
My head
What is showing video for camera?
My eyes, it cannot be hidden.
Mike Live. Mike Live. 7:50 on the DOT. Welcome back from that short music break, and that was Faded by Alan Walker. It's your the morning buzz right here on Unicorn 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course entertainment 360. Love to call it ADU Infotainment. My name remains Brian Henshaw. We also have Obi Compton right here in the studio, and of course Sharon decided to grace us with her presence this morning. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Thompson. Good morning to everyone tuned in to our show. A lot has happened.
I think a lot is always happening.
Minibus driver decided to do me shorting.
There's always something.
I feel like we need to highlight the laziness, the level of laziness in Calabar, in the city of Calabar, in a state capital. The level of laziness. Because tell me why.
They will come. The
Tell
thing
me
crossing
why-
the state ambassadors will come for you, and I will not be there to.
Unfortunately.
Talking about
Tell me why-
ambassadorial positions, I think going forward, I think I should attach that title to my name because of recently I have been doing a lot of advocacy, and I think I should be called an ambassador officially.
I think crossing the state. I think you should also be the ambassador. But yeah,
Yeah,
you
please.
can keep on ranting. Let's
tell
hear
me,
you.
tell me why we are begging this driver,
Mm.
please. Okay, the one person that was supposed to carry me had his bus broke down,
Okay.
so I had to walk all the way to the roundabout where I was supposed to see transport.
Mm.
Basically, we were begging this one. We were 2 or 3 that needed to get to work fast. And we're like, sir, please, I beg. We even spoke language. Please do fast and go. The next thing, this man, I heard that this man was putting fuel small. This fuel was half. And the bus stopped halfway on the road. I was like, God, what is this? And then he was taking his time, standing up, going outside, looking for fuel. I was like, what is this?
But at the end of the day, you
It's
had a
a
choice.
temptation.
You had the choice to, find another vehicle.
I already got halfway.
I think
don't care.
that's not even an excuse. You had the choice of booking a ride. I don't know, man.
No, that one is
Give
not
me
choice.
money
So. That one is not choice. So.
No, it's a choice.
No,
because
there's
you
something
can
that has to influence that choice.
Exactly.
And
I was
it is
already
ego.
halfway to walk already.
So did you walk all the way here? Or
It is
No,
the money you pay.
I waited.
you waited for him?
I waited. Because I already was halfway.
You see the problem?
I was halfway. It's the laziness, coming from a city that is very, very fast. I don't expect it to be
it's
that
not.
fast.
When you say laziness,
This is not fast, my darling.
I don't expect it to be that fast,
Let's
but
not
at
do
least
that.
let's not do that.
It's not
please.
a fast-paced city. I think people are very comfortable in this city.
remove the laziness. You can be comfortable without being lazy.
The thing is,
that's not.
the thing is, for the longest, I've always wanted to have this conversation. Now, have you noticed that aside the commercial drivers, the people selling, in stores, in kiosks, and all of that, they have this thing where 8 o'clock you're not seeing that.
They are not open.
Like,
yeah.
9 o'clock you're still in your house.
I wanted to eat.
Are you crazy?
I wanted to eat. I need breakfast.
No.
So I wanted to eat. I went through all the food vendors. I was hearing, you have not started cooking. I'm like, you have not started cooking by tonight. Oh my God.
Yeah, that happens.
Guess when food was ready? By 11 o'clock.
And
I was like, I
Sometimes
can't get
you detest you.
I had to rant. I was like, okay, how do you expect to do competition here? How do you expect? Because everybody's doing the same thing. Why not step up so that everybody will also step up too? At least even if by 9, I went to a big
By
restaurant and I saw that they started we were sweeping. By around 9 o'clock, we were sweeping the floor. a customer is already sitting down, you are still sweeping the floor. You're not ashamed, like at this point.
Well, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I don't know if people are just being complacent or being, very comfortable, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
And
please. I
they
think I would
should do
suggest one
better.
thing. Yeah, I'll suggest one thing. If you want to eat very early in the morning, please, as early as 3 o'clock, go to Uruanyi so at Maria Market. I can promise you, they're going to buy something that very much.
I used to think that thing was a myth until recently when I saw an actual video.
No,
and the number of people that actually go
the
there.
population in that place as at that time
I really
cannot be compared to
Like,
what
I
is
saw
there at
videos.
daytime.
I think 2 weeks ago, I'm like, wait.
So
this
always
is
go
not,
there,
This is not a myth.
buy fruit by that time of the day and eat.
Because
That's
you
the only
can't,
place as such like Lagos in Calabar.
you can't be stranded in Cross River State too. Jesus.
Yeah. And then don't make a mistake of feeling hungry by 10, 11 in the night. Trust me, and you say you want to go out to
I
get
know, I will
something,
still-
you'll be
I
disappointed.
know.
Everywhere will be shut
There's
down.
that-
There's only one thing I can vouch for, and that is Atecom. By 12 a.m.
Oh, that's
1
when they
a.m.
even start their own.
No, I've gone there. I had an event last year, and I was out till 1 a.m. and I went there and actually bought food there.
Their food vendors be up, but the mini bus drivers will reduce.
You walk down there.
They will walk.
It's everything that has advantage will have disadvantage. So it's either you break down or you
Actually, you
disappear
can't
and
be
appear there.
stranded because
Yeah.
imagine gas finishes at the wrong time. Where you want to go and say you want to buy a gas at the around.
That's like before you
Speaking
start
of
cooking,
gas,
shake your gas, please.
Please don't traumatize
Yeah.
me. Let us keep the gas situation until later.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said earlier, when we're back from the break, we're going to talk about the weather forecast today. And this is the weather forecast for you this morning. Today in Calabar, Metropolis will be mostly cloudy, hot and humid, with scattered thunderstorms likely in the afternoon and early evening. The morning starts warm and quiet, but cloud build up later in the day increases the chance of brief rain showers. Temperature will range between 23 degrees Celsius and 33 degrees Celsius, and humidity will be high throughout the day, making it feel warmer. Now, in the morning, from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., condition will be mostly cloudy with warm temperatures to start the day. Temperature will be around 24 to 28 degrees Celsius, early rising towards midday. Rain chance will be low rain chance in the morning, but skies stay cloudy. Now, the tip is it will be humid. Light clothing and water are a good idea. Now, in the afternoon from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., temperatures will be hot and humid, or conditions rather will be hot and humid, and temperature will be high around 33 degrees Celsius. Rain chance, we have scattered thunderstorms or rain showers likely in spots during the afternoon. Now, the pro tip is very simple. If you'll be out all day, keep a rain jacket or umbrella. Showers may be possible. Now, in the evening, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., conditions will be cloudy and showers in some areas. Temperature will cool down to 23/26 degrees Celsius. The rain chance, we have isolated rain or storm in some areas of the city. Overall overview, we have hot, humid, and mostly cloudy with possible thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. Temperature range from 23 degrees Celsius at the lowest to 33 degrees Celsius at the highest. We have rain chance, medium in the afternoon and evening, scattered showers, storms possible. Our general advisory, stay hydrated. The heat plus humidity can be draining. Drink plenty of water if you'll be outside. Now carry light rain protection. A small umbrella or rain jacket will be useful, especially from midday onward. Now plan outdoor activities early. The morning is the most stable part of the day. Afternoon comes with higher rain, storm chances. Dress light, wear breathable clothing to stay comfortable in the heat. Be cautious on the road. Afternoon showers may cause slippery roads and reduce visibility. And that is the weather focus for you this morning. Ensure that you plan your day accordingly. Carry a raincoat, a small umbrella. I was coming to work this morning and I realized that it rained a little bit in some early part of the morning.
Yeah.
And
I know my area.
I thought
It was
to
drizzling
myself,
seriously
I
this
thought to
morning.
myself, should I go back and carry my umbrella? But I'm like, well, all die and I die. let us be
Let's
let
race
us
it
be
now.
going, because I was already in the in the vehicle, and
Mm.
I had a lot of stuff in my bag, so I did not really have the space to fit in an umbrella. But ensure that if you've not left your house yet, carry an umbrella, light raincoat to ensure that you stay protected from the rain and the thunderstorms that we're going to experience later in the day. Anyway, that is the much you can take on the weather focus segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're going to move to the national holiday segment right here of the show. I'll push play to Sia. I'm playing a lot of Sia songs this morning and I love it. The Greatest by Sia. Stay very close to your radio set. We'll be back before you know it. check is 6 minutes past the hour of 8. And right now we are moving to the national holiday segment right here on the Morning Buzz. And the first holiday we have is World Math Day. World Math Day. Math has to be one of the most interesting subjects out there.
You don't believe in it. You don't believe in that.
No, I have to just say it, it's one of the most interesting
It
subjects
is actually,
out
but I don't
there.
think you believe in it.
Well, I think when somebody says say it until you believe it, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say it until I finally believe it.
It's actually interesting.
That is it.
And it helps stay active. Some people wonder why math is actually in the curriculum. It's to help your brain stay active. Because when you realize you're sitting down to solve equations and stuff like that, your brain is thinking of ways to solve this, do this, do that. And it goes a long way to affecting your cognitive process and your brain activity. So math is not just
that's why
numbers.
it was important for it to be, compulsory.
Yes, exactly.
I think I love that part of it where we talk about board mass. I think that was one of the sweetest topic
I prefer algebra.
Board mass. Yeah, board mass. Yeah. But
I
all of
prefer-
it's just a mathematical kind of sequence or acronym that actually helps you to easily relate to
I
all
prefer
every
1,000 plus 10,000 is equal to 20,000.
Inside the account.
But amidst of all of
That's
this,
the only
amidst
math
of all
that
of
is
these
mathing.
maths that we talk about, I think nobody goes to market to go and say find x is equals to this for you to buy watermelon
God,
to eat
why are we still
or water
finding
leaf
X?
up till today. But let's not. I think to remind our listeners out there, the full meaning of board mass, is I think bracket orders division multiplication addition and subtraction. Bracket orders division multiplication.
They taught me.
Well,
Brackets of division.
so that is
multiplication,
not.
addition, and subtraction.
So this is now the correct thing.
I still
Something
what
we
I
said
know.
I go to.
I actually went to comprehensive high school.
Oh wow!
It's just for your body.
So we're always at high, comprehensive high school.
So what?
And then
What's the
thereabout,
order?
I tried to say, let me go and do what we call a technicality. So in this technicality, when we talk about orders, it actually handle powers and roots next, such as squares, cubes, and square roots.
That is
Oh my
off.
goodness, this is really
Jesus.
interesting. Now,
That's off.
that's the orders. Please, for crying out loud.
Okay, for peace to reign,
teachers,
yes.
this is why a lot of persons were running away from mathematics because
Yeah, not
a
really
little
doing
simple
it.
thing. They feel like, oh, this was just a very tough thing. I had this guy from Cameroon back then because Cameroonians they are so good in mathematics. So I was really a very good friend to him. If today, I think I have where I stored all of those my notebooks. If I go and pick my math notebook, trust me, you see my correct. I don't fail math. Oh
those
my
parents.
goodness. But it got to the university where
Those parents.
Because then you don't know
Oh my
anything.
goodness.
See,
So it's as tough as that.
and the
But
mass
trust
was
me,
not enough. They said further the mass.
man.
I
so
actually
those
loved
kind of persons-
indices until I
Yeah.
did not.
Okay.
Until I did not.
Integration, differentiation came from nowhere. It's like, and when you just sit down and know what you are doing,
Yeah.
it's just confused. And then there are a lot of steps,
Yeah. it's a lot.
matrices, indexes. Oh, it's God.
Yeah, but
God.
however, I think we're celebrating you guys. Today is
There's actually a department
Maths Day.
called
Mathematics.
Mathematics.
Oh my goodness, these guys are
God,
good.
they are
These guys are
actually
good.
they
Yeah,
have
these
very
guys are good.
brilliant set
I
of
did that
Yeah.
course once actually, and I almost lost my mind.
Yes.
So we're celebrating them today, and we wish them the very best in searching for further,
For X.
finding X.
Finding
Finding
X.
X, yes. Anyway, the next one we have is Atheist Day. Today is Atheist Day. So an atheist is somebody that doesn't believe in the existence of a god. So
Okay.
I came to realize, I did my research and I realized that there are lots of atheists in this part of the world. Sharon is still looking at me. She's giving me the look, but I already told her that, I don't know what part of social media she is. But, there are actually people that are out there that don't believe in the existence of
And
a
then
god.
there's free will.
Exactly.
Right,
So yes, if you're an atheist, today is your day.
It's just
Celebrate
that
what
they
you believe in.
believe in one supreme being.
Mm.
Yeah, but they do not look at it as God as we worship per se.
I feel it's like
You
they
know,
know
they
there's
believe
a
in-
God.
Yeah, they
but
believe in
They don't
supreme
believe.
beings.
That's what I said.
So-
They don't
Exactly.
believe in a god.
No,
They know
it's
there's
just
a
like
God.
it's just like in our traditional settings. Okay, so we'll see that in whatever they want to do, if they want to pour liberation and all of those things, what they first do is they address or they acknowledge a supreme being.
Liberation
people
and
do
all
not-
of that. That is
you know,
that is even
yeah.
that's still believing in something. But
Yeah.
they know that there could be the existence of a god or gods, but they choose not to believe in whatever
Whatever,
is supreme
sorry,
whatsoever. They just believe that okay, this is what I want to stand for. There might be God somewhere. That is not my business, but I don't just believe in anything. That's atheism for you.
Okay.
So if that is
At all,
you
it's
choose
not
not to
like-
believe.
It's just to remove yourself from his hand.
But however, I think this day particularly, is very important for us to actually mark it because it highlights the fundamental human rights, that people have, to live without religious belief. And also, in many parts of the world, they actually, are openly declaring an atheist as can lead in several, social ostracizations and all of that. So I think it's quite important that a lot of persons who do not have same belief like us and all of that, even we in the Christian faith, a lot of persons do not believe in some kind of practices and all of that.
Yes.
But whichever way it is, so it's just
Speaking
a
of
way to say
practices,
it's actually
religious
funny
did you guys
how-
hear the news?
religious freedom and all of that.
Did you guys hear the news?
What's going on?
The blood transfusion news. Anyway, we'll do that tomorrow.
Okay, blood
Moving on.
transfusion
No,
is-
no, no,
yeah,
no,
You know,
no,
it's
no,
funny-
no,
it's
no,
funny
no,
how
no,
let's
no.
not even go there.
No,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
do
not
that
even go there.
tomorrow.
We'll talk
It's
about
funny-
that tomorrow.
Because it's funny how these atheists, some of them live better and don't even better than some Christians.
In fact,
some of them are
you
nicer
just
than
need
some
to mention
Christians.
countries like India. We just need to talk about China. We need to talk about a lot of countries of those natures. And as we speak today, we all depend on living on them and all of that.
Well, moving forward, if you're an atheist, celebrate yourself, just like what Sharon said, and you matter.
Yeah,
Regardless
you
Yeah.
matter. Everyone matters. Yeah.
Regardless of what you
Everyone
choose to
matters.
identify as, you
Exactly.
matter. And the last other day we have is National Puppy Day. If you're a puppy lover, ensure that you
actually very
you
cute.
snuggle. Exactly. I can't stand animals. I'm sorry. I am sorry. No matter how cute, no matter how good looking an animal is. Be a dog mom in the future. Anyway, that's much can take on the national
You gave
holiday
it a good name.
segment. We're going straight into the health and wellness segment, and today we're talking about something very, very important. But Sharon will do us the honors of taking us through the health and wellness segment this morning. Sharon, take it away.
On today's health and wellness segment, we're going to be dealing on the importance of eating vegetables. Eating healthy doesn't have to be complicated. One of the easiest ways to nourish your body is by adding more vegetables to your meals. These colorful foods may look simple, but they are loaded with nutrients your body needs every single day. Whether you are trying to boost your energy, improve your skin, or support long term health, vegetables play a major role. They are nature's way of giving you vitamins, minerals, and protection all in one plate.
Wow.
Importance of eating vegetables. They are rich in essential nutrients. Vegetables provide vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, and folate, along with minerals such as potassium and magnesium, all of which help your body function properly. They boost your immune system. Vegetables contain antioxidants that help your body fight infections, keep your immune system strong. They improve digestion. High fiber vegetables such as carrots, cabbages, okra, and spinach help prevent constipation, support gut health, and make digestion smoother. They also contribute to good heart health. Vegetables help regulate blood pressure, reduce bad cholesterol, and support overall heart function. They support healthy weight management. They are low in calories but high in fiber, helping you stay full longer and avoid overeating. They improve skin health. The vegetables like tomatoes, cucumbers, and leafy greens contain vitamins and antioxidants that keep your skin glowing and healthy. They reduce the risk of chronic diseases. A diet rich in vegetables has been linked to lower risk of diabetes, certain cancers, and other long-term health issues. Vegetables are essential for a healthy body because they provide vital nutrients, support digestion, strengthen your immune system, and protect you from long-term diseases. Adding more vegetables to your meals is one of the simplest and most effective ways to boost your overall well-being. Aim for a colorful plate. The more variety you eat, the more benefits your body receives. So I feel like we I'll give a kudos to people in Africa because we take our greens seriously. We eat more of leafy vegetables in all our soups. The soups that we have afang, vegetable soup, egusi. There must definitely be a green inside. If not, the soup is not complete. So vegetables go a long way. As light and weak looking as they may look, they actually contribute properly, and they are rich in all these micronutrients that we take for granted. It's not every time you eat carbohydrates, proteins, and fats and oils that are the macronutrients, but they also contribute well to the micronutrients that we have. All the vitamins that people feel like okay, they don't actually need. Those vitamins go a long way. It's just keeping you standing at this point. They also help to keep good skin. They also help you to maintain good blood pressure, and they also add to the iron in your body. They're highly rich in iron. So if you want more blood, if you want more blood in your system, eat more vegetables. They will always advise people that are anemic, that's people that have low blood, people that are anemic, after an accident, they will advise you to eat more vegetables because it's actually needed for your body processes to go on as smoothly as possible. And they also help in digestion. They contain fiber. So it's something we call roughages in agric, and they are rich in fiber, and those fiber content, they help the food to move well through the system, and they also help in improving bowel movement, and also help for proper excretion of the waste products. So it goes a long way into aiding our whole body system. So those people that are eating afang, you choose afang over ice cream. You choose vegetables over parfait or something.
How? Sharon,
those people, no, you see, I think yourself a good thing.
What kind of see what you go hang the ball?
And then
afang and parfait in the same sentence.
See, no, like as in those people choosing afang over all
I bet you that there's nobody that choose afang over parfait. Don't tell that lie.
I said those people that are choosing this now.
Would you choose afang over parfait? Excuse me. Answer my question.
Yes, please.
Answer my question.
I will, please.
I believe you. I believe Thompson.
I'm saying to those people. I don't say me.
Okay.
I eat afang differently. Then the other ones are different. But I really, really appreciate the fact that we take our plants, our resources, the vegetables we have around, and we take them, because imagine bitter leaf soup. I wonder how the person that founded it. I don't know the.
Anyway,
it's actually nice.
Don't tell me
if
about
the right person makes it for you.
Do not tell me about
I'm serious. Like it's very very.
Do not tell me about that. Anyway, it's very important that you include vegetables in your meals.
Yeah.
It helps in your overall well-being as to ensure that you eat a lot of vegetables today moving forward. Anyway, that's how much you can take on the health and wellness segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're going to move to the top story segment right here on the show. I'll leave in the hands of James Arthur. This one says, impossible. The number of ways that we radio set. Be back before you know it.
Because somebody shoot for sure. Shift and come out for video. And they stress me since you know we show for monitor. When our monitor don't spoil.
You when you change that, you go do me man, no be there. You go just stand there, they look me. I don't know when they want to switch to.
You never help but laugh.
You know that because no be the issue.
What?
No,
I just say camera just the room.
I was so surprised I saw it on my face.
We are wonderful. This one, all this
our country,
all of a sudden, this one no green, this one no country.
Dollar self don't even increase. Check yourself.
How much?
No, 1,356 naira, 74 kobo. As at this morning, yes.
I think as we reduced.
No, it has increased. As at last week, it was 1,200 and
no
300 and sorry, it was 1,300. See it here now. No, he wasn't up to 70
This is your
something.
camera, maybe they keep you, get problem.
No.
The entire frame.
Black market was 1,350 naira.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's increased.
So that was if black market can be 1,350. How much do you think the original thing would be?
No, this one. This one. This one. This one.
They just brought like yesterday.
Bitch.
And I realized I know that they
Follow.
I tried to pick up your chain, I'm going to give it to you. And it's been like since. They've not taken it. I was like, you pass yourself. But imagine us now powering
Okay,
this
yeah.
chain. Then
See,
Jen
that
now
was
says have
Samba.
issue. That's carrying
If
to
I
that.
did, let me hold on. That
You know, say the product too.
Bring like
Oh, now this one they carry bottle there.
Oh, we need a stream or something more.
Maybe they still we got dirty talk with that. Now me off the monitor, I will do it.
Like, currently.
Tell her say monitor need the walk. Oh.
Maybe just small stick. So now I feel like
Why not just go back and ignore you guys? I will go back and ignore you guys.
yeah, man.
Oh, we will.
It's wasting time. I think it's not enough.
You don't need this thing. You don't need my talk in the talk. Now you continue. Your voice that
You don't need another time. You see,
That-
when they
Something
say,
like
you are going on the break, your hands goes on this, your hands goes on the other button.
man, this thing you do.
Not that time. No, you're right.
Mike Live.
Okay.
Move it from your face.
Tell me again.
What? You say waiting.
Super.
You did two. Then I 2 videos.
No, still
Check out more. Now,
I want check out.
you check out now, put 3 and 2 the same time.
Mike Live.
I will just check out. Don't worry.
8:22 on the DOT. Welcome back from that short music break. That was Impossible by James Arthur. It's still the morning buzz right here on 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course entertainment 360. We love to call it ADU Infotainment. Right now, we're moving to the top story segment right here on the morning buzz. And we have Unical VC Marks emergence with grand Thanksgiving service in Calabar. A solemn yet celebratory Thanksgiving service held on 21st March 2026 in honor of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar, Professor Fiong Fiong, to mark his emergence as the institution's substantive Vice Chancellor. The service took place at the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, Hope Waddle Parish, Calabar, and drew a distinguished gathering of dignitaries from within and outside the state. In attendance were top government officials, members of the academic community, traditional rulers, and the Vice Chancellor of the University of Cross River State, Professor Francisca Bassi. The Obong of Calabar was also present, underscoring the importance of the occasion. The Thanksgiving was organized as an expression of gratitude to God for Professor Fiong's successful emergence as Vice Chancellor, following years of dedication, resilience, and commitment to academic excellence. Delivering the sermon, the parish minister, Reverend Dr. Ikpenyong Akmanika, reflected on the significance of divine timing, faith, and perseverance. He thanked God for the life and journey of Professor Fiong, describing his emergence as a clear manifestation of God's grace and favor. Recounting his journey, the cleric noted that Professor Fiong had previously contested for the position but wasn't successful, only to emerge victorious 5 years later. He used this to emphasize that God's plan always unfolds at the right time, encouraging the congregation to remain steadfast in faith. Drawing from Psalm 6:7, Reverend Akmanika stressed that promotion comes from God, not merely human efforts, and urged believers to continually acknowledge God in their achievement. He further highlighted key lessons from the Thanksgiving, including the importance of gratitude as a lifestyle, the need to recognize God's hand in every success, and the role of Thanksgiving in building confidence for future challenges. Quoting from the book of First Corinthians, he encouraged the congregation to remain hopeful and steadfast, assuring them that with faith they can rise from glory to greater glory. The Thanksgiving service served not only as a celebration of Professor Ofion's emergence, but also as a moment of reflection and inspiration for all the attendees, for all in attendance rather, reinforcing the values of faith, resilience, and gratitude. The event later climaxed with a reception at the Calabar International Conference Center, where guests continued the celebration in honor of the Vice Chancellor. Ooh, what do we make out of that?
I think for me basically I would quickly love to say a big congratulations to the Vice Chancellor for this wonderful celebration. You know, at
It was marking 100 days in office.
Marking 100 days in office. Wow, so that's so fast.
How
That's
time
so, you know, how
flies.
time flies. And then if we were to be in our political space, we would have said, you know, we want to see your scorecard within within 100 days in office and all of that, just like what others usually do. I think, but so far it has been feasible enough for us to see what the current Vice Chancellor have done, especially when it has to do with the environmental cleanliness, okay, security. We've seen a lot of new appointments, which of course it should have to be, and all of that. So we wish him the very best in his leadership, and so we just hope that he will carry everyone along, and then things will get better, you know, better than what it was.
Amazing, amazing. Moving forward, we have the itinerary for the 38th convocation ceremony of the University of Calabar. So the University of Calabar have, announced the itinerary for its 38th
38th convocation ceremony.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's nice.
So we have day one, Thursday, 2nd April 2026. We have press conference by Vice Chancellor. The venue is the Council Chamber, University of Calabar, Calabar, by 10 a.m. Now, day two, Tuesday, 7th April 2026, we have interdominational service at Senator Bartwell Bagu Conference Center, University of Calabar, at 10 a.m. Now, that same day, we have a research fair and exhibition, and the venue is Hog and Bassey Parking Lot, University of Calabar, Calabar, by 12 noon to 6 p.m. Now, day three, that's Wednesday, 8th April 2026, we have the first event, meeting of convocation at the Senator Gosselak Babio Conference Center, University of Calabar, Calabar, by 10 a.m. Now, day four, Thursday, 9th April 2026, we have convocation lecture. Now, the convocation lecture will be delivered by Major General Garba Ayodele Wahab, PhD, and the topic is redefining national security in an era of endemic insecurity, the role of tertiary institution. Time is 12 noon. Venue is Senator Gosselak Babio International Conference Center, University of Calabar. On that same day, we have a command performance, and the venue is at Chinua Achebe Arts Theatre, University of Calabar, Calabar, by 6 p.m. Now, day five, Friday, 10th April 2026, we have award of diploma, first degree, and master's induction into Unifor alumni. On time is 10 a.m. Venue is Abraham Odia Stadium, University of Calabar, Calabar. And the second event on that same day is the gala night for all PhD graduates and their supervisors by 7 p.m. The venue is Hall of Fame, University of Calabar, Calabar. Now on Saturday, day 6th, that is on Saturday, 11th, 2026, that's April 11th, we have award of postgraduate and honorary degree, conferment of Professor Emeritus, and launching of endowment fund induction into Unifor alumni by 10 a.m. Venue is Senator Gosselak Babio International Conference Center, University of Calabar, Calabar. Time is 10 a.m. Okay, time is, give me a minute. The time is 10 a.m. Yes, 10 a.m. At the Gosselak Babio International Conference Center. And day 7, which is on Sunday, 12th April 2026, is the Thanksgiving service. Time is 10 a.m. Venue is the St. Paul Catholic Church, University of Calabar, Calabar. That is the itinerary for the 38th convocation ceremony of the University of Calabar. So if you're going to, convoke maybe as a PhD student or as a master student or as a first degree student.
Grad one.
Huh?
Grad one.
What?
Calling them students.
Oh yeah, it's graduates. Yeah, it's a graduates. Okay, okay.
Coverage. It's not easy in any way, so give them their accolade.
I give it to them. So if you're a graduate, ensure that you make yourself available for all these events. Ensure that you keep yourself updated. Ensure that you start sewing your convocation dresses and all of that.
Like I'm part of them.
Don't worry, in due time, my darling, you'll be one of them.
Probably during the 50th anniversary. What do you call
No,
it?
thank you.
50th anniversary had passed now.
No, I'm talking about 50th convocation anniversary. So
I reject it for you too.
Eh.
Anyway, moving forward, we have incident reports from the gas explosion that happened on the 21st of March 2026. Now, at approximately...
Yeah. It's just that we're taking a deep breath.
20th actually.
20, yeah.
At approximately 10 a.m. on 20th March 2026, a gas explosion occurred during an attempt to transfer gas from the storage tank to the service tank by a gas attendant. During the operation, the hose detached, causing gas fumes to leak into the surrounding area. All attempts to secure the storage tank was unsuccessful, and the attendants had to evacuate immediately. The leak happened rapidly, leaving insufficient time to warn nearby residents. The area was engulfed in flames, resulting in significant property damage, the value of which is currently unquantified rather. Several residents sustained injuries, primarily burns. Those with serious burns have been transported to the teaching hospital for medical treatment. Fortunately, no fatalities have been reported at this time, as at now, 28 victims with different degrees of burns have been evacuated to the UCTH. So we have an audio by one of the field attendants. So let's just listen to this quickly. Oh well, the audio right now is unavailable, but we'll ensure that it is included in the news for you to listen to later on. So what do we make out of this? So far so good. The relevant authorities have it that only 28 casualties have been recorded, and we have 38 rather, and we have them at the UCTH right now, being attended to, and also know that the governor also paid a visit to that the scene, and he assured that all the victims will have free treatment. They're not going to pay for any form of treatment at the UCTH. What do we make out of this?
I feel like it should be something to help them correct and be more careful later on. It's an unforeseen circumstance, definitely. But still, the managers of the place should look into it and be able to make contingency plans so that you don't happen again, because gas is something that is very volatile and anything could happen. Someone's phone ringing and somebody answering their phone call, spark from somewhere. It could be from anything. I saw the video. I was really hit my heart in a way that was very, very, when I didn't like, because it just happened all of a sudden. People were walking about doing their thing. I think I saw the video was from somebody that was recording from the keke, and the way the flames just came up, it was something that you wouldn't even expect. And I really, really sympathize with people that went there, people that sustained serious injuries. But moving forward, the managers of the place should make make up plans and also see to it that it doesn't happen again.
Now, one way to see to it that it doesn't happen again is to ensure that people that work there, the gas attendants, are properly trained,
Yeah.
and they are also given the proper gears to, enable them to combat situations like this. Because I've come to realize one thing: it's very common to see people that are gas attendants that are not properly trained. Some of them are just, people that just need a job,
You just
and
need a job,
they'll
yeah.
tell them, okay, do this, put this, and that's it. But there's a proper training that is needed to ensure that these guys, carry out their duties, responsibly, and they can also attend, or they can also arrest situations when they arise. So when we have people that are well trained, and another problem I have is the urban and regional planning in Nigeria as a whole. Why do we have a gas station where people are?
Yeah, so I was trying
In the
to
residential area.
just
Why?
take a look on some kind of information, within reaches. I don't forget that in 2024 thereabout, I think around July 15th, when there was a meeting in with Niger Delta stakeholders and all of that. So Donald Duke has made this kind of appeal, and during his administration as the governor of Cross River State, there was this task force that was set, ensuring that people don't live within gas stations and all of that. And so along the way, don't forget that we Nigerians will always sort our way out of anywhere we find ourselves, no matter how strong, how tough the situations looks like. And then along the way, you see how a lot of persons were able to, play and maneuver themselves to, still getting fuel stations, owners, buying lands close to or already living quarters. These were very wrong. Donald Duke, don't forget, this is not going to be the first time this is happening in the state. That's happened before, and because of that, the then governor, took those directives. But currently, this is happening. I think, it goes a long way to show how incapacitated our, how do they call them, fire service, response really seems to look like.
Don't get me started.
In fact, that is another calamity of its own entirely. Now, I just from reports, we were told that when I went there, I asked, so what really happened? Why didn't they fire? They said, when they made the call, but the fire stations guy said, well, they didn't have, that their vehicles were bad, so they can't move. And so, but you pass there, you see how painted and how good.
Exactly.
And you think the place is functional. At least that place
we
is not functional.
only have two. We only have two fire trucks in Cross River State. The first one is owned by the Association of Cocoa Farmers in Econ local government area.
Okay, so you
The
can
second one is
imagine
owned
driving from
by the
Econ down.
University of Calabar.
So
only two
only
fire
two- okay,
trucks
so-
in Cross River State.
So if you take a look, and then that of Unica, don't forget. In fact, let's not even dive into that for now. And so on. But there again, we went for that to be told that the governor himself made appearance in that place. So when he was there, he made a lot of inquiries, and so the chief of staff also, they have pledged to do the needful in ensuring that both medical bills are being taken care of, and so many assistance is being given to.
Well,
those
that's
residents.
that's just a way to curb the situation now. But how can we stop things like this from happening in the future? Now, mind you, when the governor, when the Cocoa Farmers Association of Cross River State, bought their fire truck, guess who went there to commission the fire truck? Anyway, I'll leave that to you. So
On
the
the
government
flip-
of the day
He was
should ensure.
saying he was saying something about people residing around those places. On the flip side, there are gas stations that place themselves in busy environments.
But that's the thing about urban and regional planning. When we have good urban and regional planning,
Yeah, actually, they will scrutinize
Exactly.
everything. Tell you, okay,
Because
where
now, let me
the
shock
business
you.
want to do really affect people around.
let me shock you. Where I stay, in the compound I stay, outside is a gas. I would call that a shop, not a gas station. And behind that shop, you always have generator being powered there constantly. Now, let's say something happens somehow, and there's a leakage or something, and it comes to where the generator is. That's going to lead to an explosion. So we should ensure the government should look into situating these gas stations or these gas shops in places that are not residential. There are only two gas stations that I know that are situated where it's not residential, and they are both at Lemna. Now, the first one is towards the Technical Roundabout. If you notice, there are no houses around. There are no houses. And then another one is close to, I can't remember where. Those are the only gas station, but the rest, imagine the one at Goldie. There are two gas
Gas
stations
stations, yeah.
at Goldie,
I've
and
seen
that's a very busy and residential
a
area.
lot of
Why?
people, students are
And
living
so we
there.
also have one just directly by Etagbo
It's
here,
hard,
where we
but
have
yeah.
it.
Okay,
That's
yes,
one I was
yes,
envisioning
yes,
in my
yes.
All of
head.
that. So I
So
think
that there's gas on this
There's-
hill.
so you can imagine,
Imagine.
that kind of that.
There's
Even in
gas
my
that's failed.
in my area, there's a particular filling station. There's somebody's does gen there. Opposite, people are selling gas stuff there. All those things that could ignite the gas.
Somewhere,
Then
somewhere.
close to that place again, there's a gas shop.
But-
Well, there's a
on the
place
other
I
hand-
stay, sorry to cut you, where there's a gas shop opposite, and the other side somebody is cooking.
We just keep on
It's
doing
crazy.
ourselves.
Crazy.
So if
That's
anything
just
happens,
terrible.
it passes. Because
crazy.
the
That's-
fire
that's
has
terrible.
path. It will have path and to pass, and it's not
That's-
able
that's
to
terrible.
there.
But there again, I think gas stations usually have a running tap and all of that. But I think
So
they
that's
should-
just to
It's
cool
to
the
cool
temperature,
down.
the temperature of the car. But
Mhm.
irrespective of that, I think they should be mandated to have an emergency, tap, just like in case of any emergency, they could drag it and start helping
That's even true. They're
until.
supposed to
because-
be fire safety
Because
equipment at
you
gas
can't have
station.
that kind of stuff and there is no fire extinguishers, there are no taps, just like if you go to my place of worship, for instance, we have over 3-4 taps, that the pumps, the taps are already connected directly to the pump. So in case of any fire outbreak, you don't need anybody to teach you what to do. Just go to that place, open it, and then take the hose. The hose is so long and big that it can take you to by emptying of it, let's say, for instance. Do you understand? So you could just use it anyhow you're able to. Just only the water will just start coming up. At least you can assist until when fire service arrive. Those are the kind of system. Those are the system we should have. Seen playing. Let's have this. Fuel stations, gas stations. Ensure that they are mandated to have them standby. If it is possible, 5-6 hose taps are there, so that in case of anything, you don't need to come close. You just to open it, the water will immediately start running, and then you're able to help, assist in any way, at least to cool the environment around. If it is possible to soak the entire building surrounding that place, it's okay, so that the fire will not be able to penetrate. But here we have a lot of persons have lost their homes, a lot of persons have lost their certificates, a lot of persons have lost everything they have ever planned for, because at that point in time, trust me, you are totally devastated. And I wonder where those guys will be sleeping now. I wonder how they'll be coping. And for those persons who have actually been injured, I think the state government have taken upon themselves. No, we do not also want to hear that, the state government have assured to do this, and 2-3 days to come, we'll start hearing politics behind it. We'll start hearing that, the state government have not come, they have abandoned us here. Now it is time to pay the bills. Nobody is feeding. Nobody is giving attention to them. Oh, please, we do not want to hear those kind of stories. Well, looking at the agenda of the state governor, people mantra, or what first policy, or what mantra, okay. And so we just hope that they wouldn't just go and abandon them in the hospital and leave them,
Place
and for them to
it's a very sad incident, and we implore people that are in the gas sector, ensure that if you're selling gas or you have a gas station, ensure that you have safety.
And even before you conclude, those of us who have little cylinders where we cook, see, sometimes I get too afraid. My little cylinder, it gets hot to the extent that I begin to be afraid. So I cook with a limitation. When I know that this thing I'm going to cook and then do another thing, I try to calculate my time. I say, okay, I'm going to use you for 30 to 45 minutes. Even if whether you don't, done, I'll turn it off for it to cool before I start again. Because I am so afraid of that stuff, honestly. Because if it happens that it explodes, trust me, you're not going to survive that kind of. Especially the way most landlords are building their house. There is no space. There is, in fact, you just get wondering. In case of emergency, you find it so difficult to even help your neighbor. And it's not really okay.
It's also advisable to keep. Sorry to cut you. To keep your cylinder inside the house. But continue.
Yeah, I actually had an issue.
But why will you keep it? If you keep it outside before you finish cooking, they'll cut the.
I had an issue before. I went to fill gas. I came back. I turned on the cylinder. I was saying I was hearing the sound of it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't igniting. I had to turn it off immediately. So I'm living with somebody that her emotions can get the best of her, and I'm like, why don't you solve the thing first? Why are you shouting? Why are you agitated and stuff like that? So she wasn't like, off it, off it, off it, and stuff like that. And I was like, let me look into this thing properly. When I now turned it on and tried to strike it again, it now ignited at the head of the gas instead of the burner. So it's ignited at the head of the gas. I was like, God. And we're not trying to, as we were trying to like pour water on the thing now.
Adulterated the gas and all of
No,
that.
he didn't cap it properly. He didn't put the burner inside properly. So like I was trying to, as we were trying to pour water, this fire was still burning. And then if you allow this to burn, it get to where the main gas is, and it explodes. Yeah. So I had to pour. I drenched this gas cylinder in water before the thing actually went down, because there's an electric
but that was
there.
wrong.
There's a bigger cylinder there. No, I kept it to cool down.
No, the first thing you would have done was to either look for a cover, like
a cloth, wet towel.
Either a wet towel or a rubber or something. You know, once you just cover it, that is the fire automatically go off. Yeah.
That's that we finally did, and then we now have to pour the foundation to cool it down and to not have any reason to spark again.
Okay.
But dealing with gas, something that you have to
should be very careful while dealing with gas, because as much as it can be very fast, it can be very, very detrimental as well.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's so much we can take on the top story segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're going to move to the conversation of the day segment right here on the show. I'll leave in the hands of CR2 and Chandelier. Do not move away from your radio sets. We'll be back before we do it.
The moment we have all been waiting.
You want to see her, sure?
They
take it like 5 minutes to mute. What's happening?
The moment I've been waiting for.
Yes, ma'am. I'll try my best. I don't think I should later go walk out.
Then later,
What's the matter, talk?
I say they don't block our way. Now why they show? See the guy they on the show do that. How they want to see exactly the empty show with this. I want Sham making no see they plug in. I want snap that side with the show, but the guy don't run for money.
I don't want to tell.
Nobody thought they do this shit to that.
Is it raining outside?
It's very sunny outside.
Why they take all the show this one now?
But that's not go straight with the push no TV, so turn out without finish.
I wanna swing.
See, I want to swap my Samsung S21.
See, I dey sense say this bag, this one,
I need-
before check out.
I need your help. What do I do?
Snap and sharp.
Okay, I sell phones. I
You
swap
are
to
snapper.
Samsung
I
device.
do every video
Oh
answer.
yeah, swap
Yeah?
for me
Every
now.
video.
What do you want to
So
swap
they-
to? I'm here.
S20.
We are carrying my
S20.
market down.
S21.
Return them to
This is S.
Alex,
21.
I dey
You
feel
want to
say
swap that
whether una for check this TV side, whether it block well.
no rush it. Let them finish. Let them finish first. We walk down.
Big way, I'm
Wait,
going
wait,
to
wait,
be here now. We'll do that now.
Hello, please, ladies and
Swap
gentlemen.
and
Motherfuckers.
You have to give me. You have to snap the pack and
I want that something to say.
And I'll send
Guy,
some
this phone
evidence.
says, man,
They will
man,
now
man,
be
man,
your
man,
phone
man,
and not
man,
in
man,
This your phone they watch and
And you know how much you add
She
of
complain.
the main price. It might not be the main price.
Mike Live.
Okay.
We'll do that one later. Fine wants to keep us.
8:49 with the DOT, and that was Chandelier by Sia. Somebody was just complaining that I played a lot of Sia songs today, but I already told you guys from the inception that today is dedicated to Sia. Anyway, it's still the morning buzz right here on Unico 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. We love to call it Edu Infotainment. And right now, we're moving to the conversation of the day segment on the show. Now, we're talking about the whole rape festival that took place in Osoro community in Delta State. Now, we have a report from the Nigerian agency talking about, the whole situation. It says Nigerian agency NAPTIP blames absence in Delta State for failure to dictate rape festival in Osoro. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, has admitted it was unaware of the alleged sexual assault that occurred during the controversial festival in Osoro, Delta State, blaming its absence in the state. The agency said it does not currently operate any command in Delta, raising fresh concerns about institutional gaps in addressing gender-based violence across Nigeria. NAPTIP made the admission on Saturday while responding to criticism from Nigerians who questioned how such a disturbing practice could go undetected for years. A Facebook user, Chinyere, had challenged the agency, asking why it failed to act against what he described as an age-long culture of abuse. Did the festival start this month that NAPTIP did not know about it before now? He asked. In, 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 in its response, NAPTIP said it could not be everywhere, effectively shifting part of the responsibility to the public. We cannot be everywhere at all times. Currently, we do not have a command yet in Delta State, the agency said. It added that citizens must take responsibility by reporting crimes and spreading awareness about human trafficking and sexual violence. The agency, however, condemned the incident, describing it as a violation of human rights and a form of gender-based violence. It also praised the Delta State Police Command for arresting suspects, including individuals identified as organizers and community leaders. Newsmen had earlier reported that the incident, which occurred on the 19th of March, triggered outrage after viral videos showed groups of men attacking women, tearing their clothes, and subjecting them to public humiliation and assault. Some reports suggested that victims may have been raped, although authorities have yet to confirm this. Local accounts indicate that the festival allegedly enforces the practice where women are expected to remain indoors, with those seen outside becoming targets of attack. It's a very long, was a very long read.
Yeah.
So some of us are good.
Yeah.
Just 15 people have been arrested by the Delta State Police Command, and they're still investigating into the matter. And we have a very important question I want to ask this morning. So we're going to take this conversation to another level. So the key, what caught my attention in this whole thing was the fact that this story has local accounts indicates that the festival allegedly enforces a practice where women are expected to remain indoors, with those seen outside becoming targets for attack. Now it poses the question: when culture begins to be detrimental and threatens the safety of people regardless of gender or identity, do you think it's safe to agitate for its abolition? When culture begins to be detrimental and threatens the safety of people regardless of age, regardless of gender, regardless of identity, do you think it's safe to agitate for its abolition? What do you make out of this? 0809 4444058. I'll take that again. 0809 4444058. You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number. We are here to take your calls and your text messages. Now, from all the reports I've read online, it says that the organizers of this festival, some people are calling it a fertility festival. Some
I'm
people
going
are
to
calling
read
it.
from my research.
Okay.
So it's the festival in question is not actually a real festival. From what I read, it's called Aliudo Festival, sometimes spelled as Albedo, which is a traditional fertility festival celebrated with the Ora Udu community of the Ozora Kingdom. The traditional intent is to promote fertility and celebrate community heritage. It is not and has never been designed to promote or sanction sexual violence. The incidents are widely condemned by the Delta State government and community leadership. The public as barbaric and unacceptable. So it's possible that along the line, someone actually decided to turn it into something else.
Okay, let's take this call first. Hello, good morning.
Yes, my brother, good morning. Let me contribute small.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Casey.
Good morning, Mr. Casey. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Quickly, I will start saying that Nigeria is a country that, that developing nation. No culture or tradition that will supersede the supremacy of a constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You understand? every culture and tradition is subject under the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Absolutely.
So, no any human being that will come and then imposing any or tradition culture on Nigerians and thinking that it will come to stay. So let the law take the course. If there is any culture that practicing or adding any other thing that is going to affect our society should be totally scrapped and looked into. So that's my contribution this month. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Casey, for calling to enjoy the rest of your day. Now, just like what Sharon read, it was supposed to be a festival of fertility, but it was turned into something else. But why was there a prior warning that any woman seen outside will be assaulted?
It's very possible that from my speculations, it's possible that when they decided to turn into this barbaric act of raping people during that festival, people now saw it as a contingency plan to actually to ensure the safety of ladies that should stay at home during this period of time. So that's actually very, very possible. But then this has been going on for a long period of time. It just got out because somebody decided to video it and post it online, and then it went viral. If not, it's possible that it may still repeat itself the next year coming again. So now, my own is the things that need to be looked into is the public, first of all, people in that community, because
from reports, people have been arrested in that community that were organizers of this thing.
And we saw a lot of men.
So which poses the question in my mind: why is it that out of all the numbers of men that came out for that festival, the police in Delta State have only arrested 15 people,
and they were
out of the flood of men that were out there.
There were more than 15 that rushed a particular lady. Her screams really hit me, because I was like, imagine someone being in this type of position, how scared she was, everything. And they're saying they really arrested 15 people. You would have, normally, there are situations where if other things happen now, they will pack the set of human beings there, whether you were involved in it or not. But this set of human beings were involved, they were rushing a particular human being, and then you only arrested 15. And then speaking on that tip, so they are proud to say that they don't have a place in Delta State, and they're supposed to be people that will actually help to curb gender-based violence.
It's called Nigeria, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking of Persons.
Exactly, it just brings out the incompetency.
I think
this agency, in particular.
Because of time frame, basically I'm going to be looking at the institution we have in this particular community. You're talking about the Delta State Polytechnic, and then I keep asking questions like, what role have this particular community played, especially the university management? What role did they play in ensuring that students get to the information that, this particular festival is going on? And so don't forget that this happens according to information 15 years after, so they don't do it yearly. These are things that happen 15 years after. So a lot of persons, are eager to see what really happens. And then for some quarters, we also read, I've watched some videos, clips online where some persons said some ladies, wanted claim that, nothing is going to happen after all. Do you understand? And all those kind of perceptions. We have a lot of persons who dare situations. When you go to people community and they say, this is what happens on specific days, don't try it. Don't say, because you're this and that. You don't have to. Do you understand? I'm coming. We are not saying what happened was okay. But we are saying if you go to Rome, behave like the Romans.
But that's
right. No. I saw that somebody commented that same
that's
thing.
That's why I'm asking.
And I'm against
where
that.
Hold
on. We are coming. First of all, there are a lot of things. That's the same issues we are having in the country. So we don't want to deal with the root causes of situations. All we just want is to, conclude it conclusively. No, we will keep dealing with it. It's just like Boko Haram today. If the government has decisively uprooted those who are sponsoring terrorism, trust me, we will not be having them today. This is how many years that the government cannot fight a little terrorism in the same country, in the same region, and all of that. And so I think if you go to a place, it's just like Calabar today. During cultural dances, they say, this particular culture is deadly. Don't come out there. It happens. When they want to bury chief, they say, don't come out so time of the day. It happens in all our communities.
But Mr. Casey said something. Yes. Whatever culture or tradition that
exactly. That is what we are heading to. That is where we are going to. That is where we are going to. Please. look, whether we like it or not, even Calabar today, as we speak, there are a lot of cultures that when it is time, my brother, no matter the kind of faith you have in Jesus Christ,
No, this is not even about
when they
religion.
say come on, let's be realistic here.
So okay, let me paint
that
a
you
certain-
shouldn't come out to some time.
Let me paint a situation.
Don't do it.
Let me
Do you
paint a situation
understand?
to you, Thompson.
Okay.
Now let's say there is a particular culture that says on a particular day nobody should come outside or you're going to be killed. And let's say somebody that is not aware of this, practice comes outside and is killed. That is murder under the law.
Yes,
No matter how you look at
and
it.
this particular one is
murder.
infringing on people's rights to movement.
Now, this is the same thing. We want to compare it to what we have the Sharia laws in Nigeria, right? So we are asking a question now. Do we, on the other hand, believe on the Sharia law?
Now,
No, that is it. So how far have the government?
System.
Yes, that is what we are talking about. So we must have to go to the root causes of these things and then deal with it from there. So because today you tell me, because somebody said something to your prophet and so you stone the person to death, it is not in our own. Even anything you want to tell about Jesus Christ, it's not my business. But I can tell you that you have your own cup to carry, right? You have your own cross to carry when the time comes. So I don't need to stone you to death. So it is not in our constitution for that to happen.
At the end of
so
the day,
let's return
any
back to what
culture,
we're talking about.
any
Every
tradition
culture
that
is-
infringes on basic human rights,
Human
and
rights.
goes
A
against
lot
the law,
of rights
We
should
are
be
saying should be
abolished.
abolished, right?
Yes.
So now let's go back to why it should be abolished, right? So first of all, we're talking about human rights here. And so these are things that just happen and not because they just wake up one morning and it happens. So we should have, first of all, don't forget, a lot of persons were saved. We have a lot of video clips where a lot of girls also were said to have been saved because they were told that this is happening, please don't go. Do you understand? And they were able to retract themselves and all of that. So it's just like saying when you're driving in our roads, you see a lot of roadblocks and all of that. That is not supposed to be. Even when a lot of judicial courts or courts of competent jurisdictions have also said that you don't need to block our federal roads. You don't need to do this. Those things are still happening. So it is just like you said earlier on, a failed system. That is what we are operating on in the
bringing out the
country.
fact that they
So
place
we are
culture
saying
over law.
these cultures should be abolished, right? But there are some certain things that, whether we like it or not, there are some certain cultures that can never be abolished. Highest you can do is to keep punishing those who are practicing it, right? But those things that have been put in place by, our forefathers, a lot of things. We've seen many communities where a lot of pastors wake up, they say, they want to go and destroy. There are roads in my community, up to today as I speak to you. The government cannot tie that road. Why? Because of the deities that were buried in those kind of places, right? So it will take, I don't know whatever it will take for how many years now. They can't. Whenever they come there to walk on that road, something definitely happens.
And this is why
right?
we have setbacks.
So these are the things we want to see how to abolish them, but it's not going to be something immediate.
But
First
it's
of
a
all,
process at the end of the day. It
First
cannot
of
happen
all, when
of
I
a
saw
sudden.
these issues, right, I went to ask myself, why didn't we have university in this kind of place where this kind of culture is being practiced?
And I think
Remember-
What safety
examples.
measures were actually,
Yeah.
and then why would they
Remember-
set exams on that day? So
Remember-
what is the relationship between
in-
the school management of that institution and
And
the
community.
leadership, the traditional leadership of that community? Because there should have been a synergy in between them that, look, tell your students not to come out on so day because this is going on, and then look out for a way to, don't forget there are a lot of other cultures that we don't even talk about still in that same Delta state. There are a lot. This
But
this is
it's
just
sad.
popping up because it has now
It has
become very
come on social
unbecoming.
media.
Do you
Now, the thing
understand?
is, I'm very sad at the
Okay.
situation.
Yeah.
But my prayer
Sure, everyone.
is that it doesn't get swept under the carpet.
Yes.
Because we see situations like this happening every day, just like the
And to become like a trend after
2011
it goes.
APSU case where 5 men raped a lady in their hostel, and it was on social media. And till today, we've not heard anything about that.
Especially those guys who went to break into people's house just because you're practicing, and this time around it will be used as a weapon against women. Probably you've admired this person and the person was turning you down. You seize this opportunity to do it. So I think those kind of persons should, as a matter of fact, be searched and be hunted down. I think for those who have lost their life, because this is traumatizing entirely,
Absolutely.
and so this is why we are saying no to this kind of practice. practice, no matter where it is coming from or where it is originating from. And so the clan heads, the community leaders, for me, if I was
They should be held accountable.
that particular institution in that place should be shut down, permanently, until we
Because
call
it's
them
not
to
safe.
order. Because it's not safe.
For
Because
people.
if after now we might not know the consequences behind what is going to happen. We're just lucky that, you see why we're talking about technologies, right? We're just lucky that these things are coming out. There are many others that are still swept under the carpet that we are not aware of.
True.
You understand? Don't forget that money, it isn't money marriage or whatever that came up in Cross River State. Who knew that such thing was happening in Cross River State? And all of that. So there are a lot. In every state, there are a lot of cultures that are still being practiced that we keep wondering what exactly is going on. I think that's just all I can take in this particular regard.
Well, at the end of the day, like I said, any culture, any tradition, any custom that is not serving the people,
Exactly,
that
should
is
be abolished.
acting
Totally
as-
abolished. Just like the slave trade. Yeah.
Exactly, it should be abolished when it's not, in conformity with the law. It should be abolished when it is not fostering safety and security of the people. It should be abolished. Well, this is the most we can take on the conversation of today's segment. We've even exceeded our time today because of how sensitive this topic is. But before we go, the quote of the day is very simple. Anything worth doing is worth doing well.
Exactly.
Whatever you're doing in school, in your businesses, in your career, in your offices, ensure that you do it well, because anything worth doing is
It's
worth
worth
doing
doing well.
well. What are your last words, Sharon and Thompson, before we draw the curtains?
Always stay positive.
Always stay positive. Amazing. How about you, Thompson?
Well, always elevate your morning and feel your success.
Amazing. This is the most contained. We do this with you every weekdays right here on Unico 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. You can follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, or Unico Radio International, on Instagram, TikTok, and X. We are Unico Radio. So ensure that you enjoy the rest of your day, be the best version of yourself. So we'll come away again, same time, same station tomorrow. Good morning. I'll leave in the hands of Lewis Capaldi. This one says, Someone You Loved. Do not move away from the radio set. We have other amazing programs lined up for your listening pleasure.
All right.
One more time to the show. The phone is ringing.
For the very best of music, information, entertainment, and education. Stay locked onto Unicorn Radio International, 103.5 FM.
You guys rearrange these wires again, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All of them. I don't understand any kind of connection they plug for the radio track. Television does they know really well.
I said hi, I said nothing. Oh, you did? Okay. It's not my portion, Jesus thing.
It's never your portion. That's in crack since.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me do that one though.
Instead of something they try connect. See, when this thing they show like this, scanning for device, we should press the down button on your Samsung remote if your device is a PC.
Make the charge. Make the charge.
See now waiting we suppose they use that time. But these people they will agree us. Chief first, leave and go rectify this camera. Because now next one I have to go use that.
So how far waiting make this TV know they on? Wetin dey
No,
challenge?
nobody's having anything for you. Me as I do like this, I come self, come see when they work.
Okay.
So I'm the worst person you can ask for confirmation right now.
Waiting there.
Why this monitor no dey come on? Me as video think say that will keep plug.
But our guys we handle camera. They can't disorganize camera. You can't keep on like that. Them shade that.
See, as I see this wire now, the alternative as this one do the show. Chain her back, how many backs are the front before I go see this one to run there alone?
You know, say you get one wire when you discover that radio no good. You dey mark am.
I will not come now. Yeah, see that because that's in it. I mean, this is that this stereotype for Mark and better. So I don't even know whether they don't carry.
You know Grisho.
I don't know sure until I change them. Oh no no. Now set it for this camera. You don't set something. Come on, head.
Okay. He's supposed to give us select plus system before it will show. Then I'll become this
HDMI display.
HTML display. Then choose this one. Hey!
So I never show.
What did I say? Cannot record the card when display is set to what? And then if you not sure, then from what?
How far is the
Discord said no,
just
this
one
not set.
section?
At first. Are you not trusting at this one? Check the head.
I'm actually use my camera. So I say now as an balance not I know to say the thing, man. It's all man.
What you just saying now from any other shit?
So far the camera and the tongue can't go this side, they go this side. Wait, next show now 2 o'clock, bro. Yeah?
Yes. Ahead.